What's up, y'all? Vegan Chef here, bringing you the latest patch notes from Fortnite version 7.20. We got some new stuff, uh, some old stuff coming back, some new stuff coming in. Big changes that we're going to talk about is we got a scoped pistol in the game now, and we also have Redeploy back as a new item with charges. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. First, I'd like to start with this sick screenshot I got going on right here. There's a new thing above um, polar peaks. When you go near it, it makes like dragon noises and freezes your screen. Turns it all frosty and white, and it looks pretty cool. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I think we're gonna have some dragons, and we're gonna have some dragon versus plane battles going on. And so let's get into it. This match I have playing in the background is one of my first matches I played of 7.2. I got a solo win, my fourth solo win ever. Woo! Let's get it. I get a couple kills with the new pistol, so you get to see that. I can use redeploy, you get to see that too. So we're gonna play that in the background and talk about the new patch. All right, so 6-shooter. Not 6-shooter. Replace the 6-shooter. No one wants a 6-shooter back. The new scoped pistol. It has 6 shots. Fires medium ammo, same as AR. It's hit scan, and it's pretty good. From my experience using it, I think I'm gonna be using it a lot. It's a really good mid-range weapon, I think. If you have some issues aiming your AR, you might like it. If you are a fan of the thermal, you might like it. If you're a fan of the scoped ARs, you're definitely gonna like it. It works very, very similar, except it does a lot more damage. It shoots a little slower, but does way more damage. They're only available in the gold and purple. The purple is gonna do 44, I think, damage per shot, and it's gonna be double headshot. The legendary is 44 damage per shot, and that's going to do a lot more in the head, like 80 something. I get a headshot later in this match, and it said 186. I'm not sure if that was a bug or if that was the actual damage, but I don't think the gold are going to hit that hard. I think 88 was the headshot, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research into it, but it does a lot. If you headshot someone with it, they're gonna be hurting for sure. But it's a great gun. Honestly, I love it. It's gonna be weird for people at first. It kind of doesn't really fit in a spot. One of your 5 slots, like you want your shotgun, you want your mid-range after you switch from your pump, and then your third gun, you want an AR. You might be able to use it instead of an AR, but I don't really think so. It might be a good utility pickup instead of a sniper if you're doing more close range, medium range battles, but you would use your AR instead. So it's kind of a weird item to find a slot for it, especially with the redeploy glider in now. So that's going to be hogging all your space. You can see me now using the redeploy. It works just like old redeploy, except it has 10. It's an item now, and it has 10 charges. So it's held in one of your slots. You don't have to switch to it. It basically just gives you another ability. When you hit spacebar, you just redeploy, and it automatically uses a charge. So it's not like the balloons where you have to have the balloon active. It just goes. It just works. So you can accidentally use all your charges, though, if you sit there and spam your redeploy key, like open, close, open, close, open, close your shoot. It'll use a charge each time you open and close it. So you got to be careful of that. Another quick tip with that is the game I played today, I tried to bunny hop off the Zipline, and it totally used one of my charges of redeploy because I was spamming spacebar, and it just popped it real quick right as soon as I got off the Zipline. So you gotta be careful of that. So it takes up an inventory slot. We talked about that. They don't need to be active. Rarity is rare. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's blue. It looks weird on the ground. I think there's one pops up in this game somewhere. It just looks like a bugged glider on the ground. Real basic one. It does not use okay, so the glider redeploy does not consume a charge when using a launch pad, rifts to go, or respawning in a limited time mode. That makes sense. You can find it anywhere. So those are the two big things right now: the redeploy, and the new gun. There's also a oh, we'll get to that later. That's later now. They changed the minigun too. Not that many people use the minigun. I like it with balloons. That's about the only time I find use for the minigun. If I get a gold one, I have a ton of ammo. They added an overheat mechanic. Overheat occurs after approximately 6 seconds of continuous fire, so there's no more just unloading and letting a gold minigun just tear down everyone's buildings. So it's kind of cool. It probably works the same as like the turrets or the planes. How if you consistently shoot, you'll overheat and you'll have to wait a second for it to cool down. I think it's a good addition because, especially in squads, if you have one or two people just mowing people down with miniguns, it's really hard to build against it. It's just pretty impossible. So I like that overheat mechanic. Almost died to a trap there. Scared the crap out of me. Rarity color adjustment. They moved the balloons from purple to blue. Doesn't really matter. Stink bombs went from epic to rare, so they're blue now too. Scoped AR decreased from rare slash epic to uncommon slash rare. So now there is a green scoped AR. There's an uncommon one. I haven't seen that one yet. That means that there is a gray scoped AR somewhere out there too. I don't know where that's going to find a place in the world, but I don't know. My favorite patch update. So as you guys can see, one of the new bugs for this patch is that when you try to watch a replay on the Zipline, it does this. Don't know what this means. Don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing this. But it just doesn't like the Zipline apparently. Which nobody likes the Zipline, so I completely understand why it's bugging out. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, I guess replays don't like ziplines because it just made my entire replay freak out. So anyways, back to my favorite patch update. Oh, here's a nice shot with the, look at this damage. 176 the headshot with a gold scoped pistol. That's crazy. But anyways, sniper update. Following projectile-based weapons now have the same projectile trajectory as the heavy sniper rifle. My favorite. If you've seen any of my clips, I love that gun. So the bolt, the suppressed, the semi-auto, and the hunting rifle all now fire the same as the heavy sniper, meaning they're accurate AF. People are gonna be hitting shots now, because that thing, especially the hunting rifle, it's gonna be good now. It's gonna be huge. It was pretty accurate before, but now it's gonna be a lot more. Weapon first shot accuracy now works with icy feet and wall and zip lines. Kind of cool. You can skate around, get that nice first shot accuracy, get that first hit in real good. The reticle center dot on the scope rifles has been reduced in size. This will mitigate situations where it appears you're on your target but still miss a shot. Makes sense. Make it a little smaller. So you actually put the dot on them and click them, and they'll get hit. Here's another clip coming up with the scoped pistol. Kill a default that was bouncing around, didn't know how to build. Drop chance adjustments. Total drop chance of traps from floor loot increased from 4%, 4.7%. Whatever, that's not it. There'll be more traps. People don't use them half the time anyways. Cozy campfires are increased. The drop chance to about 0.75%. Loot llamas. Oh, the cozy drop from llamas has been increased too. So we'll see a little more cozies. It's been tripled actually. Wow, I didn't even read that before. So there'll be definitely more cozies. Launch pads from llamas increased, and also floor loot increase. Mounted turrets got decreased all over the board. Another really big thing with this patch is minis no longer stack to 10. You only have 6 now. That's huge. That's a big change. When you had 10 minis, you were basically invincible. Not basically invincible, but you were pretty good. You could one by one and mini up pretty quick, a lot. So now you can only have 6. So that's a big change right there. Some small bug fixes. Fix a bug that could cause you to lose your ability to switch weapons if firing a grappler while crashing a vehicle or interacting with an object in travel. I've never had that happen before. I've never even seen that one before, but it sounds bad. Fix a bug where your ability to fire would be delayed after discarding a grappler. I've never seen that one happen either. I've never noticed it really. With the ability to ride or be pushed by a grappler due to the ability for players. They freaking type these weird. Due for players to move fast enough to cause network issues. That's funny. I didn't even know that was a problem. But I guess there'd be no more grappler shotgunning people up cliffs. Fix balloons not being popped by explosions. Didn't know that was an issue, but seems relevant. Fix issue causing odd dynamite size / scaling when picking it up and rethrowing. I honestly have only done that once in a match, so I didn't even know that was bugged. I usually just run away and try to hide from that crap. I don't throw it back ever. I forgot you could throw it back, honestly. When a player is eliminated by down but not out, bleed out damage, the elimination distance is calculated from the original down location right at this they fully eliminated. Makes sense. We snipe them. You want to get that long range snipe. Fix an issue that could cause scope rifles to have full accuracy earlier than intended. Quick scoping. See ya. You're out. Fix an issue where the center dot of the reticle while scoped did not line up with the center dot while unscoped. Seems like a good fix. Fix dynamite rethrowability ability from being cancelled by changing weapons or being a vehicle passenger. Also a good fix. Players will no longer receive credit for a no scope in the elimination feed if they use a scope to eliminate a player. Crazy concept, Epic. Thank you for fixing that. Although it was pretty fun seeing everyone no scope everybody for the first couple of weeks. I thought everyone was just a god for a little while, but that wasn't the case. Couple gameplay updates and improvements. Zipline improvement. Thank God. I'm so sick of dying to those things shooting me to the ground. Added the ability to change direction via player movement input button. Nice. You don't have to jump and turn around anymore. Just move in the direction you'd like to go riding a zipline. No jumping required. I like that. That's nice. The jumping was kind of fun though, but I think this will work out better. Rather than moving at max speed as soon as entering the zipline, players will now accelerate over time to reach the max speed. That'll probably reduce the issues with launching people across the map and killing them instantly. So let's hope that happens. Players will destroy the nearby player buildings before attaching to the zipline so their path becomes clear. Also good, so it doesn't launch you off. Third decimal place for mouse controller sensitivity to allow for more granular values. Honestly, I have no idea what that means. Probably to get it a little more accurate. Third decimal place. Instead of do 0.1 or 0.01, they got 0.001. Okay, that's cool. To help with situations where walls are built mostly underground, we've added functionality where an extra piece will be built for free on top of that piece. That's kind of cool. So instead of getting those stupid floors that don't do anything in the wall, you'll get and the ground, you'll get your materials back, which is pretty sweet. Because it's really annoying when they used all your materials and you got nothing out of it. This occurs when the wall piece is showing less than 30% above ground. So anytime it's not showing, you should get your materials back, which is awesome. Gamepad sensitivity. That's for you console people out there. Building sensitivity change also applies to edit mode. Edit will no longer interrupt gunfire and pickaxe swings. Interesting. Corn stalks will no longer block gunfire. That's great. Adding a structure will now begin without waiting for a response from the server. This should cut down on ghost shots before editing and make it a smoother experience. Okay, that's good. Because it's really annoying getting killed by people when you see them edit, shoot, edit, and the wall didn't even move. So that should fix that, it sounds like. And we got another grappler replay bug going on. This is crazy. Anyways. Vehicle impact damage to a player will now respect shields instead of directly applying to player health. That's cool. I like that. So if your plane explodes you will no longer take damage from it. Well, if you have shields, you'll take shield damage instead of just taking straight health damage. I think that's a good change. Because when your plane exploded, 100 or 50 to your health was a big tick. 50 shields is a little more manageable. When a plane explodes due to any reason, it will now deal damage to both passengers and pilot. No longer no shields. Yeah, it always did it before. Alright, patch note of the year right here. The infinite dab is more infinite. Dab for 11 hours instead of 10 hours in the lobby. Epic, making the changes the players want right here. Adjusted map art to more accurately represent player and marker positions. Always good. Make the game a little cleaner, a little smoother. Textures of props used in emotes are now pre-streamed. So scorecard and other emotes that use props will have less chance of using low resolution texture. That'll make it look a little cleaner. Always good. X4 storming passengers now have the same hold exit functionality as pilots. Good, because I'm sick of accidentally hitting the wrong button and flying out. As you can see, replay still bugged with a zipline. Does not like it. It'll load up eventually. I don't know. Bug fixes. They should fix this bug going on right now, but maybe that'll be next patch. Fixed instances of glider redeploy not redeploying when exit storming. That's great because I hated falling to my death and just losing. It was really, really frustrating. Fixed grenade throw animations not playing the follow through when watching other players throw a grenade. I haven't really had that bug happen to me too much, so maybe anyone who's had that happen have more experience and be a little happier for that update. Fix the preview length on many emotes in the lobby to hear the few. I can't talk today. Fixed the preview length on many emotes in the lobby to hear the full music track. That's what people want. They want to hear the whole song and see the whole dance. Completing the play a match of the friend daily challenge now correctly counts towards other quests that require completing daily challenges. I didn't know that was an issue before, honestly. But if any of you need to complete that challenge, you need someone to play with, hit me up on Twitch. I'll help you guys out. I'll be your friend to play with. That's twitch.tv/vegan_chef. Hit me up. We'll play. Fix players not being able to destroy the boombox from certain distances. I didn't even know you could destroy the boomboxes, honestly. I am definitely going to start shooting those more often. Fix some issues with the zip lines. Here we go. Here's what we want. Players will no longer be flung across the map or get in broken animation states. Hell yeah. Cooldown has been added to ensure jump spamming will not allow players with mild network issues to fall through zipline collision. Also good, so you don't fall to your death. Zipline magnet. Oh, here. Let's just see this patch note real quick. Here we go. The zipline magnet will no longer remain over players' heads. But, over here. Whatever. It's a replay. Players no longer fall when colliding with enemy structures. Seems good. Players no longer dismount zipline at steep angles under bad network conditions. Seems good. Fix an issue where players would sometimes take 2 instances of impact damage by getting hit by the X4 storming. That's great, because I hate getting run over by the plane and just dying for no reason. Damage numbers when shooting mounted turrets now properly displays vehicle damage instead of player damage. Awesome, because I hated when I was shooting that thing and I'd see white. I was like, what the hell is going on? Am I hitting the guy? He's not dying. I hit him for 400 damage white. He's still not dead. So it's good they fixed that. Players who are emoting on the start island will no longer continue emoting after jumping from the battle bus. I'm sad about that one. I loved hearing the saxophone emote the whole way down to Tilted Towers. Loved it. Miss it. I'll miss it forever. Gliders and umbrellas will no longer appear sideways or misaligned when dropping from the battle bus. Little quality fixes. Some cool events. Tournament system has been significantly updated to support upcoming features. We'll be operating a series of small-scale test events as we test these updates with more players. We will be testing in waves until we are confident in the new functionality. At this point, we will again begin running tournaments regularly for all players. Older tournaments are getting removed from the events tab. Players will automatically be removed after they've been eliminated. Blah, blah, blah. They made the ammo look super nice too. Make sure you go check that out. It doesn't look like gray nothing anymore. It actually looks like a bullet. Building resources of a spectated player are now visible. That's awesome. People have been asking for that for a while. A couple social fixes. Battle Royale players can now accept party invites from players Save the World. I don't really play Save the World. Replay. Fixed a few replay loading issues that could cause a loading screen to appear when it's not necessary for one to be displayed. Like that's been happening this whole time. We just got that win too. 4th win. Hell yeah. Good job, me. But yeah, that's about it for the Battle Royale updates. There's a lot more in Save the World and Creative. That might be another video. There's been some performance increases. Everything's been good. But thank you for sitting through my patch notes and one of my first YouTube videos. If you like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, like every other YouTuber tells you to do. I appreciate that. Check me out live on Twitch almost every day. Check me out on Discord. I put my streaming schedule up there. And if you like this video, make sure you use creator code TTV-vegan_chef in the item shop to help support me and keep me creating videos like this. So I'll see you guys in the future. Thanks for checking me out. Good luck in your games. Let's get some victory royales today. Peace.